Hi, guys. Good evening, and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host, Eddie, and in tonight's video, I'll be discussing what I thought of the latest and very good Marvel film, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Damn, this one was quite good. Now, before I get into all of that, of course, please be warned, this is a spoiler-filled film review, so if you haven't seen Black Panther Wakanda Forever and you plan to at some point this weekend, you don't want to keep watching or listening to this review video, as I am going to be discussing spoilers, and I mean spoilers. So, that being said, you have been warned. Spoiler warning is issued. Spoilers starting now. First and foremost, very good movie, very entertaining. It did feel a tad long, but I am pleased to say that not once did I feel bored by it at all. Like, whatever was happening on screen kept my interest. Some scenes may have stretched a little bit too long, perhaps, but it was still very entertaining and quite engaging. You know, I think it also affected my viewing experience is that I saw it with my friend, and he liked it too. But our theater was a little loud. Like, there were a lot of kids there, and unfortunately, they were being quite noisy and chatty. And it was a small theater, too, not like a big packed Dolby or IMAX theater where the crowd reactions are on point. But, and I think that may have affected the viewing experience because there wasn't a super enthusiastic reaction from the crowd at key scenes during the film. Which may explain why it left me a bit feeling wanting almost. But I still liked it. On the ride home, I realized I still really enjoyed it, and I'll probably see it again. I liked it quite a bit, and I thought they did a great job, even though his presence is felt throughout the entire thing. They did a great job without, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. Obviously, you know, this might be one of the saddest Marvel movies they've ever made, which would explain why it didn't feel quite as triumphant or cheery as their films normally do. But I think that was the whole point. This one was about grief and mourning and the grieving process and learning to move on with your life and saying goodbye and letting go of loved ones who have passed on. You know, I think the tone, it carried throughout the tone of the film very well. And great action sequences, too. I love the underwater stuff. The underwater scenes and action sequences on and under the water were great. Whales looked cool. Really liked Namor and his people. I liked their light blue skin. I thought that was a cool touch. I guess the name Atlantis wasn't mentioned once. Their city was called Talokan, I guess, which I don't know if that means anything or not, but maybe they couldn't use Atlantis because it's already claimed by Warner Brothers in DC for Aquaman. I don't know. But it was a very cool underwater city. I really liked it a lot. There was some good humor throughout this film, too. Oh, that's one thing I really liked about this movie. Characters who were great, strong, supporting characters in the first Black Panther film got to be fleshed out so much more in this movie. Okoye, Nakia, M'Baku, Queen Ramonda, Shuri, everybody got to be fleshed out so much more. We got so much more screen time and action with all of these characters. And, you know, they all had adequate screen time in the first Black Panther, but man, in this movie, everybody really got their characters fleshed out, I feel like. You know, they really expanded their storylines and whatnot. And it was very good and very well done. You know, impressive action sequences, you know, heartfelt story, touching surprise in the mid-credit scene revealing Nakia and T'Challa had a son, and his name was also T'Challa. Now, what's interesting is whether or not that kid will grow up to be our new Black Panther, or if Shuri will indeed become the new Black Panther moving forward. I do like how they stopped her. She stopped herself from killing Namor, even though she had every right to. And it really helped with the flashbacks and the scenes and whatnot. She realized that the people of Wakanda and Talokan are not all that different from one another in terms of they're just trying to live their lives in relative peace and safety. And they all have families that they love and care about. And she'd kind of be dishonoring her family's legacy by killing an enemy in cold blood. So I think she came to a good compromise when she offered her protection and Wakanda's support of Talokan if he yielded, to which, of course, he did. But a cool battle scene before all that, all the same. And I really enjoyed it. I wasn't expecting to see the Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character, although I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Of course, she's head of the CIA, and of course, I'm sure that was just a plant or a seed to tease what's to come in the Thunderbolts movie that was announced recently. So we'll see what happens there. So that was a fun addition to the movie, and she was good, and everybody was great in this film, even though it had a very, very overall sad tone of the film. It still had its bright and humorous moments and action-packed, exciting sequences as well. But you really do feel the loss of Chadwick Boseman in this movie. But they did it in such a tasteful, respectful, honorable way that it's sad, but not as sad as you might think, because they handled it and did it so well. At least I thought they did. Other people may feel differently, but for me, I felt like they handled his passing very well in this movie. So overall, I really liked it, and I think I'll probably see it again. It's a long one, so make sure you go to the bathroom beforehand, because you don't want to miss anything. One more thing. You think with the passing of both Chadwick Boseman and the character T'Challa, you think that that would have been enough of a major character death to not feature anymore in this film. But when Queen Ramonda died, that was shocking. I was like, oh no, not the Queen. Oh, this sucks. I was like, oh, this is sad. And then, of course, it cuts to her funeral, and you're like, damn. So no wonder Shuri went down a brief, dark path. Cool to see Michael B. Jordan again. I thought I had read an article or a rumor that he was in this movie, but I couldn't remember if it was confirmed or not, but I guess it was. Oh, God, he played a great asshole and a great bad guy, Killmonger. And, of course, he would be like the dark side of the Black Panther family for being such an evil little prick that he was. But it also kind of helped Shuri kick Namor's ass in the end as well, too. So, thanks, Killmonger. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this movie as much as I did. What did you think of it? I'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings on it. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome rest of your night. Black Panther Wakanda Forever is now playing in theaters. Have a great rest of your night, everyone. Thanks for watching. And, of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.